Lexington looks to become a gigabit city, breaking records with smoke alarms, and a local waterway gets a facelift. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Sherelle Roberts, and this is Lexington Now. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray announced plans for Lexington to become the largest city in the nation to have a community-wide gigabit internet connection through a partnership with Metronet.
I'm glad you all are here because today is a very, very big day for our city. Today, I can say that just in time for Christmas, Santa Claus is coming to town. He is answering your letters, your calls, and your cable complaints. It's not often that you get to announce new state-of-the-art infrastructure and technology that will affect nearly every home and business in the city. Today just happens to be one of those days. As many of you know, we've been working hard on our Gigabit initiative. Lexington's businesses and residences need faster internet service at lower prices. We are a university city with growing jobs in tech sectors and advanced industries that need to be connected to the world. But we also have another need here in Lexington, and that is competition for television service to our residents. Today, I'm happy to report that we are solving both issues at one time, because today we are announcing that Metronet is building a fiber optic network in Lexington. It's a $70 million investment to begin with. That means we will have a new choice in cable television providers at your homes and businesses. And yes, they have informed me that the SEC channel will be available. And it means that you'll be able to get much, much faster internet service, speeds of 1,000 megabits per second, also known as 1 gig. That means your Netflix or Hulu will not be interrupted by slow internet. And because they will be expanding throughout the urban services area, when they are done, we can say that Lexington will be the largest gigabit city in the country.
This is a fantastic day. You know, Mayor, you talked about Christmas. I feel like we've got a phenomenal Christmas present in being able to service the city of Lexington. What a fantastic opportunity for our company. Anyway, I'm John Sinelli. I'm the president of Metronet. We're a 100% fiber optic company. And today I'd like to introduce you to our company and our project, this great project that we're working on. We have 450 associates in our company and growing. We're a very fast-growing company, lots of people joining our organization, and we're proud to say that we're state-of-the-art fiber, all fiber in our organization. And right now we have 70,000 customers in the state of Illinois and Indiana. We started our network in Indiana along with the construction that we did in Kentucky some years ago. And soon, Lexington will be added to that list of communities, and we're so excited about that. We started this company in 2004. Our first town was Greencastle, Indiana, which some of you may know, that's the home of DePaul University. And I had a news conference like this in 2004, and I actually kept the notes, and I looked back and I read the notes, and I said, you know, our business plan today is pretty similar to what it was then. It's about high-speed internet, and it's about great customer service. That was the same in 2004, it's the same today, and I'm just so delighted to be talking about building Lexington. Of course, Lexington is a little bit bigger than Greencastle, quite a bit bigger. Greencastle's got about 4,000 homes and businesses, and of course, Lexington has more than 100,000. But anyway, that's just something about the size of our company. Anyway, our model is to provide very high-speed internet broadband and outstanding customer service. And we focus on customers. We're in 35 communities right now and growing. The key for us is to bring choice and competition. That's where we win, because we think if we bring choice and competition to the community, we can earn our customers' loyalty and we can earn them to sign up with our organization. That's our objective. We have something in our company, and Mayor, thank you for recognizing our focus on customer service, but we have a phrase in our company called passion to serve. We want to be passionate about how we serve our customers, take care of them, because who pays the bills at the end of the day? It's the customer. Who's the reason that we're in business? It's the customer. Passion to serve. Satisfy, simplify, personify. Those are our pillars, and we talk about them every day. I make my staff receive our customer emails, and they read them, and we talk about them. How do we get better? How do we get better at what we're doing? Passion to serve. If you're not familiar with our name or our company, there's some few things I can tell you about. The first is we have lightning fast internet speeds, both down and up, in both directions. We provide IPTV with 240 channels. SEC channel sounds pretty good. It'd be great to cover the cats. We provide 100% fiber for phone as well. And this is important to say, we provide services to both the residents and to commercial. When you put an infrastructure in like we are, we're going to spend between $70 and $100 million on this infrastructure in the city of Lexington. Everyone is your customer. Residential, SOHO, small business, medium business, enterprise, hospital, school. We want to provide service for everyone who can use this technology.
For more information, you can visit the city's webpage. The fire department is ramping up the free smoke alarm program. The program has already installed more than 8,000 smoke alarms in homes throughout Lexington. Here's more information.
Nationally, the statistics show that 3 out of every 5 home fire deaths occur in homes without working smoke alarms. And we've seen that reflected here in Lexington, especially this year. We've had 6 fire fatalities, and all of those have been in homes without working smoke alarms. In 2013, Chief Jackson asked that we seek funding for the program as it exists now. We did that in a number of ways. One was to get grants. We also rely heavily on donations from community partners such as private individuals or even businesses in the area. To date, we've given out 8,000 smoke alarms in this program in its current iteration. All those homes we've gone into either haven't had working smoke alarms or their smoke alarms have expired. They only last 10 years. A lot of people don't realize that either. So after 10 years, if they're older than a 5th grader, they're not going to protect your family. So I feel like, anecdotally speaking, the need is very prevalent here in Lexington, and is probably more widespread than anyone realizes. With the news, the recent events here in town, our supply has been exceeded by the demand. So we also are stepping up our request for donations from the public. There are folks who can't afford them. There are also the elderly who maybe have a hard time installing them or checking them, and just because of their relatively inaccessible. But they're the most important appliance in your house, and absolutely every night when you go to bed, your life depends on those working correctly. I think because they're out of sight, they're sort of out of mind. It doesn't take very long. We come in teams of 2. One person will educate the homeowner about how to take care of the alarms and make sure they last the full 10 years, and also provide other safety tips or take a look at anything that maybe concerns the occupant while the other person installs. And we can do it in as fast as 10 minutes. If the person doesn't have any questions, we come in, fill out our paperwork, put the alarms up, and we'll be out of your hair in no time. There's no question that they can save lives. They also save property. If you have an alarm in your home that works, it might go off and remind you that you've got food on the stove or a piece of toast caught in the toaster, and you can go and take care of that yourself and never have to call the fire department. And the consequences can be that you lose irreplaceable items. If you don't get that warning, certainly it can save your life. But that aside, even assuming that you were awake and got out, the blanket that maybe a deceased relative made, or the photo album from when grandfather fought in World War II, those things will be gone and they can't be replaced. So it's a smoke alarm is not only life insurance, it also protects your pets and your possessions.
For more information, visit lfdfof.org. This week, volunteers have begun working along the Wolf Run watershed to help beautify the area. Here are the details of what they're up to.
Hi, I'm Ashley Bryant-Cheney with Bluegrass Green Source. We're out today in the Skycrest neighborhood and we are doing Family Volunteer Day. I'm here with the Frederick Douglass girls basketball team. They're helping out today. Lots of community members are coming out to plant trees, to paint storm drains, and to do a community litter cleanup. So we're going to do 2 storm drain murals. Storm drain murals are done to help and encourage people not to dump their trash down the storm drain. The only thing that should go down the storm drain is water. We'll also be doing a litter cleanup around the community. The same thing. We don't want litter down the storm drains. We don't want litter on the streets. And then we're planting trees to help the Wolf Run, which runs right along the edge of this property. This is all part of the Wolf Run watershed. So that's why this area was selected to help improve the water quality in this neighborhood.
Are you guys excited?
Yes!
Tell me what you're going to do today.
We're going to help the environment.
We're going to make the
community
a better place.
Yes.
Coming up after the break, a downtown eatery celebrates 44 years of pleasing palates.
We have more miles of running water than any state in the continental U.S. You may not know it, but all our streams catch water directly from storm sewers on our streets. When someone tosses a cigarette butt on Main, it could end up in Town Branch. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Welcome to Your Health, starring Your Hands. On today's show, washing your hands. If people don't wash their hands often, especially when they're sick, they can spread germs directly to other people or onto surfaces that others touch. And before you know it, everyone has come down with something. It's important to wash your hands frequently with good soapy water. Here's some hand washing tips. Wash your hands after using the bathroom. Wash your hands after coughing or blowing your nose. Wash your hands before eating, serving, or preparing food. Wash your hands after playing with your pets or touching other animals. Wash your hands after outdoor activities. Wash your hands before and after visiting someone who's sick. Wash your hands when they get dirty. And wash your hands after changing those diapers. Thanks for watching Your Health, and remember, wash those hands frequently.
Hello, everybody. I want to invite you to Mrs. Claus Hot Chocolate Social. It will be a grand time. I will have lots of festive friends here with me and lots of fun activities for you. It is $5 per child, age 9 and under. Go to our website for more information or call. See you soon! Come to Mrs. Claus Hot Chocolate Social.
Welcome back to the show. A downtown mainstay is celebrating 44 years as a part of Lexington's gastronomical landscape. I'm talking about Alfalfa. Here's more on the big anniversary.
We always say that Alfalfa was local before local was cool. And I mean, it started out as a vegetarian-only restaurant 44 years ago, which is crazy that at that time you could pull that off and to still be around. It's the 3rd oldest restaurant in Lexington, and it just is an institution. And we're thrilled that we were able to be the next stewards of such a great institution before it's time to pass it on to the next generation.
My history with Alfalfa goes back to the 80s when my mom would bring us to Lexington from Cynthiana to have lunch there, and she loved it. I mean, it was open in '73, and her memories go back to 1973 and going herself.
I used to live across the street at Park Plaza, and you know, as a young, budding restaurateur, late nights were very, very common, and you know, hangovers were even more common. So, you know, I would come over on Saturdays and Sundays and come to Alfalfa for brunch.
And so, when it became available, it was a gut instinct of, Kevin, we have to talk about it. I mean, you said we can't open a restaurant from scratch. You can't do that again. We don't have the time for it. what about this? It's already set up. Jim put it up for sale, and it was announced in November 2016, and that's when Kevin and I looked at it, and Jim said he had 16 different individuals reach out to him looking at alfalfa. But I think some wanted something that was going to be easier to run and wanted hands-off. Well, Kevin and I don't know how to do anything hands-off. We have to be hands-on everything. So, I don't know, it's just, and here we are. So a few changes that we have coming, hopefully soon, are reopening on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then also having a grab-and-go breakfast. But along with that, we are going to have an espresso bar.
We are going to up our carry-out and do online ordering, so it makes it a lot easier for people who don't have the time or don't want to call in an order. They'll be able to just go online and get exactly what they want. We're considering doing delivery for a short area. We also really want to focus on catering.
We're playing with the menu. We've added fun cocktails. I mean, it's just, we're reviving what used to be so much fun to come here. We're trying to make it fun again. I really, really appreciate the community and standing behind us in downtown Lexington.
It's not one of those downtown areas where there's just hustle and bustle so much that everybody's just flying by. It's actually just a nice slow pace, and people are so friendly and just excited about everything going on down here.
I love being downtown. It's so much fun. I mean, you never know who's going to walk by. Or what's going to walk by. Sometimes you see a miniature pony with pink hair.
It's Thanksgiving week, and if you're having a feast, you're sure to have a turkey. And if you're frying that bird, there's bound to be plenty of grease left over. That's why the city of Lexington has a plan for safely disposing of that grease. It's called our annual Gobble Grease Toss. Jennifer Myatt has more information.
I'm with Sarah Cummins, the director of the Redwood Cooperative School, and Redwood has been hosting the Gobble Grease Toss for the past 2 years, so this is their second year participating, and we are really excited to have them as a partner. Thank you for joining us, Sarah.
Thank you for being here.
I would like to know from you why it's so important to you that Redwood hosts the Gobble Grease Toss. What made you decide to do this?
Yeah, well, thank you. We are very conscientious about our contributions to environmental sustainability at Redwood, and we learned that the city of Lexington was hosting this Gobble Grease Toss where citizens can donate their used cooking oil. We also have a partnership with the University of Kentucky's Center for Applied Energy Research, and we thought it would be a really nice opportunity to form a partnership between us, the city, and UK, where we can not only host and collect the used cooking oil, but we can work with the University of Kentucky to actually get it converted to usable biofuel. We just want to say thank you for allowing us to host. We just moved into our wonderful new location in July of this year, so we're excited to have a really convenient drop-off location for folks. And we're just happy to be a part of this and happy to contribute to sustainability.
3 of us are part of the leadership team, and we're a group that we help the environment, and we know that Thanksgiving's coming, and we really want them to recycle it, because if they don't, it'll probably pollute the air, because the oils aren't good for the trees and plants.
I'm with Dr. Eduardo Santillan Jimenez with UK's Center for Applied Energy Research, and he's going to tell us what we're going to be doing with the cooking oil that we collect at the Gobble Grease Toss. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Over at the University of Kentucky Center for Applied Energy Research, we have a project funded by the National Science Foundation where we convert different oils to fuel, either diesel fuel or jet fuel. And one of those oils can be used cooking oil. So with the Gobble Grease Toss, we can get a sample that we can convert to biofuel through our technology. And since we are a research facility, we expand our capacity by coordinating with Kelly Green Biofuel, a company in the region that can help us convert the entirety of the oil collected to biofuel.
It's a little bit of effort for you to bring your cooking oil to us on Black Friday, but it's really useful for the UK Centre for Applied Energy Research and Kelly Green, and for Redwood, who are teaching their students about the environment, and also for the environment because you are keeping something out of the landfill and recycling it into something useful.
Another seasonal change is upon us. The leaves have fallen and they are covering pretty much everywhere you look on the ground. And that means it's time for the city's annual vacuum leaf collection program. Rob Allen has the details.
Vacuum loose leaf collection is a service provided to those citizens who have residential garbage collection through the urban county government. If you live in a big apartment complex, you don't get the service. It's primarily for, as I said, single-family residential. Your leaves are placed in the right-of-way adjacent to the road. Usually there's a median strip of grass between the sidewalk and the curb. Don't ever put them in the street because that is a hazard for motorists and also can convey the leaves down the storm sewer system. But it is a one-time supplemental collection. We come through, this year we start November 6th. We come through your area and we collect these leaves. If leaves come down after we've been through or even before, or if you're in Europe when we come through, there are alternatives. Of course, your primary collection would be the yard waste cart. You can also use the yard waste bags, and they'll collect those weekly on your yard waste day. You can also haul them yourself to the Haley Pike landfill, or we always have the option of going with a commercial contractor. One thing that's different this year and years past, we are asking folks to set out their leaves either on Sunday night before collection starts in their area or Wednesday night. This is to help people so their leaves don't sit out. If we tell you to put them out Sunday night and we don't get to you until Saturday, that's quite a while for the leaves to sit there wet on top of the grass or with the wind blowing or things like that. So the driver for that is people would go to lexingtonky.gov/leaves. There's an interactive map. You would type in your address and it'll tell you your collection date and when you set your leaves out. An alternative is you could call the good folks at Lex Call 311. They'll walk you through the same process if you're not comfortable with that map. Please do not include any large sticks, trash, debris, dead critters. This could damage the equipment and injure the workers. So really it's just loose leaves, no bagged leaves, no paper bags, no plastic bags. Leaf drop is not, with the exception of ginkgo trees, it is a process, not a one-time event. So I mean, we actually started seeing leaves this year falling, late July, early August, depending on the species of tree, as you mentioned, like beech tree. Whereas you get into the later end with pear and some of your younger oaks that tend to hold their leaves longer. So hopefully we'll help folks out. And as I said, if it's not exact for your trees, you still have alternative disposal methods that are pretty efficient. And we keep that yard waste program going usually through the winter. Last year it went all winter long because of the mild weather. So.
We've got a short week here in the urban county government because of the Thanksgiving holiday. City offices will be closed on Thursday and Friday, and there will be no televised meetings this week. But you can always check out our archived meetings and other shows on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov/LexTV, or you can also check out our programming on YouTube. Just search for our channel @LexTV. Well, that's all for this edition of Lexington Now. Keep up with us all week long on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter by following us at our handle for that. It's @LexRex. Or you can get a bird's eye view of traffic from our live traffic cams. They're on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.